Welcome back to part 2 of this series, the mini palette collection comparison and contrast. Compare and contrast? I don't know. This bag, I didn't mention it in the first one, but like to bring all these down here, I just put it all in here. This is from uh, Portland Leather Goods in, well, Portland, Oregon. There is a Maine, I guess. And I highly recommend it. This is from their Almost Perfect collection. Um, and that means that it's perfectly functional and it still looks nice, but maybe like the zipper isn't perfect, or there's some character about something that is, maybe not up to what they want. So essentially, they sell these at a great discount, and I highly recommend them. So yeah, I had the Natasha Denona ones in here from last time. Let's see. I think that we will go with Urban Decay. And these are from the Mini Naked series. So, as I did before, I will talk about favorite to least favorite. We have the Naked 2 Mini. Looks like this. I love this kind of velvety plastic packaging. And here's the inside. Beautiful shades. I love this kind of cool nude scheme. Hang on a second. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. So the second favorite is this guy. This is from that new trio of of palettes based off of the original Urban Decay Naked, which is no longer being made. I guess they did a reissue a couple years ago and it was not all that successful. Look at this packaging. It's gorgeous. Wow. Okay. Inside here, we've got like some nudes and champagnes and roses. And I'm not really a nude neutral girl, but if I was going to have a very luxe, old school, to me this almost feels like Hollywood kind of palette, I would pick this. So this is kind of my representation of that type of makeup, even though my taste is more like a little bit grungy and a little edgy. So as I did before, well, actually, let me show you the other two. The other one. I've already showed it two. The last one, this is my least favorite, but I'll show you why. It's just not as interesting as the others in terms of the packaging isn't quite as flashy. But this is the Naked 3. That's why. This does not like to stay latched very well. And sometimes the hinge kind of pops. I actually had to have a friend fix this when I bought it. So I wasn't impressed with the packaging. I will say also that I can include experience with the Naked Petite Heat, which if you want a palette like that, that kind of color scheme, I highly recommend it. Although the packaging is about this caliber. Just kind of basic, cheap. Nothing really interesting going on like the other ones. If I was going to travel with these, I'd pick these two, obviously. Okay, I forgot to mention this title. This is called the Sin palette. I think I might have been happier with the one that's called Foxy because it has like this cool gray and like an orange gold flip. But I wasn't sure which one I wanted, and I ended up picking this one because I wasn't sure how I'd feel about like the khaki and tan shades that are in there. But this is quite pretty, and I'm satisfied with it. So let's start out with picking out a swatch of these. I've always thought Urban Decay had decent shadows. Which one do we want? I think we'll swatch this one right here at the beginning. is a matte shade. And as I've said before, I do big swatches because it's easier for me to see. I can't even make that out. Let's do that again. I do have a little trouble with softer pigmented colors. So my hand is a mess. Okay, you know what? We're going to try a different shade. Because I can't see that, which means I can't tell if it'll look good to you guys. Alright, let's try a different one. Like, it might be soft enough that, like, I can't really see it especially well. We'll do the one on the end, then. It might be a soft enough thing that it's just that, like, it shows up to you guys, but not to me. But I need to make sure that I like the way it looks. So that's why I tend to swatch the dark ones on camera. Ah, yes. That's a bit messy, but it's alright. That is a messy swatch. Sorry. I think that like kind of grungy plum is nice. It looks kind of plummy to me. But occasionally undertone isn't. It's like plummy gray, I think. But that's that one. And as I said, I like this a lot. It's just that first shade is a little hard for me to see on my skin. Packaging I love. Like, I love this. This velvet plastic just makes it seem nicer than, like, just a shiny plastic. And, so I really like that one. I think even though I didn't grab the shade combo that I might have liked the best, I think, actually I might be changing my mind, that this one might be my favorite. What? Okay, we'll do the end one again. Sometimes I wish they put the dark one at the beginning, just to change things up, just to be a little contrary to the flow. All right, there's that rosy color. That's again the one on the end. And honestly, yeah, the more I think about this, the more I might be changing my mind. Love the packaging. And then, last but not least, this one that's kind of crappy, and I probably will give away, actually. What shade do we want? Okay, we'll stay consistent and do the one on the end again. So, that one. This one's got a bit more powderiness to it. Okay, so there's that. That's that one on the end. And this is not a bad little palette. It's not. In terms of packaging, I feel I got a dud, and I have to be really careful with this so it'll never travel. But it's not bad. It really isn't. I think that they're nice. If I did decide to pass that one on, I might pick up the one that's called Foxy from the same Naked trio that just came out. So I mean, I can recommend those. They may not be as much my favorites as some of the others that you'll see in this series, but they're not bad. So anyway, I hope you will like and subscribe.